Nah, jadi kita ngomongin opportunity cost-nya. Opportunity cost-nya itu bisa kita lihat dari dua macam. Jadi opportunity cost of a machine sama opportunity cost of a yard of clothes gitu ya. Nah, kalau kita ngomongin opportunity cost of machine, berarti mesin itu dipakai sebagai pembagi. Jadi berapa banyak barang yang dihasilkan oleh mesin itu. Jadi barangnya tadi kan ada 16 clothes dibagi dengan dua mesin. Jadi satu mesin itu menghasilkan 8 yard clothes. Maka UK itu punya comparative advantage in producing mesin ya. Nah, eh, kemudian kalau pertanyaannya adalah opportunity cost of a yard of clothes, berarti si yard of clothes-nya itu dipakai sebagai pembagi, maka 2 dibagi 16 adalah 1/8, 4 dibagi 8 adalah setengah. Maka yang lebih kecil mana? Yang lebih kecil kan India gitu. Benar ya? Nih. Ya, India, jawabannya kan India. Nah, kalau untuk yang tadi, yang mesinnya kan dipakai sebagai pembagi, berarti 8 dibagi 4 kan 2, 16 dibagi 2, 8. Makanya mesin itu yang menang adalah United Kingdom. Nih, oke, sekarang selanjutnya, changes in comparative advantage ya. Jadi bisa terjadi perubahan-perubahan ya dalam comparative advantage. Contohnya South Korea itu yang changes over time. Jadi dulunya itu bagus di agriculture, sekarang itu Korea itu bagus di machinery and transport equipment. Kemudian, how did increase foreign competition impact the economy? Jadi, the changes of foreign competition created a virtuous circle that was self-reinforcing. Success in export markets increased the confidence of South Korea and lead to greater success in exports. Oke, oke. Jadi maksudnya si South Korea itu menjadi pede gitu ya, karena greater success in import itu through increased productivity, higher quality product, acquisition of new skills, sama adoption of technology. Kemudian, what were the factors that helped to change South Korea's comparative advantage? Apa faktor-faktor yang membuat perubahan di comparative advantage? Mungkin teknologi ya? Oh, ada government policy, increasing skill, productive workforce, and proactive firms that learn and adapt new technology. Benar ya, ada teknologi di dalamnya. Okay, from an investment perspective, it is critical for analysts to be able to examine a country's comparative and absolute advantage and to analyze changes in them. Oke, sekarang nomor 4, compare the Ricardian and Hexer-Ohlin models of trade and the source of comparative advantage in each model. Oh, jadi ada yang namanya Ricardian, ada yang Hecker-Ohlin. Nah, apa sih bedanya Ricardian sama Hecker-Ohlin ini? Ricardian and Hecker-Ohlin model comparative advantage, cross-country differences in technology and factor endowment respectively. Jadi kalau Ricardian model itu dia lebih menitik beratkan pada labor, kalau Hecker-Ohlin itu pada capital and labor. Jadi Hexer and Ohlin karena ini dua makanya capital and labor gitu aja. Ricardian itu hanya labor. Labor is the only variable factor of production. Differences in labor productivity reflecting underlying differences in technology and the source of comparative advantage. Comparative advantage ini perpindahan dari developed country ke India karena India's growing pool of highly skilled and relatively low wage labor, the development and growth of its telecommunication infrastructure. Okay, a country with a lower opportunity cost in the production of a good has a comparative advantage. Okay, in that good, and will specialize in its production. Ini yang perbedaan tadi ya, yang antara absolute sama comparative advantage. Kemudian hackers Ohlin ada capital and labor. Capital and labor is the main variable. Technology in each industry is the same among countries, but it varies between industries. Oke, lanjut. It is important to note that technological differences as emphasized in the Ricardian trade model and differences in factor abundance as emphasized in the hackers Ohlin model. Nah, ini mungkin nanti masuk aja ke contoh soal ya, biar nggak bingung. 5 itu compare types of trade and capital restriction and their economic implication. Jadi ada tarif, ada kuota, ada export subsidy, ada domestic content provision, ada capital restriction, calculation, and knowledge check ya. Jadi ada tarif. Compare types of trade and capital restriction and their economic implication. Tarif itu tarif are taxes that the government levies on imported goods. Oke, ada kuota dari pemerintah gitu ya, misalnya kuota restricting the quantity of a good that can be imported gitu. Jadi misalnya hanya boleh mengimpor beras 1000 ton gitu ya, tidak boleh lebih dari itu. Nah, ada juga namanya voluntary export restraint is a trade barrier under which the exporting countries agrees to limit its export. Oke, jadi membatasi ekspor gitu ya. Voluntary export restraint of the good to its trading partner to a specific number of units. The main differences between an import quota and a fair is that the former is imposed by the importer, whereas the latter is imposed by the exporter. Oh, ini ada perbedaannya ya. Nih, ada perbedaannya between import quota and fair. Nih. Jadi kalau import quota itu importer yang punya kuotanya, tapi kalau fair itu berarti eksporternya. Oke. Selanjutnya ada export subsidy, berarti pemerintah nanti ngasih subsidi buat eksporter gitu ya. Nah, ini ada effect on alternative trade policies, impact on tarif ketika ada masalah tarif maka berpengaruh kepada importing countries gitu ya, karena barang yang mau masuk itu dikasih tarif. Misalnya Cina mau masuk ke Indonesia, sama Indonesia itu dikasih tarif gitu ya. Import quota berarti kan importing countries-nya juga kan yang menentukan. Export subsidy berarti kan si exporting countries, kemudian fair berarti juga fair itu impact-nya ke importing countries. Kenapa fair ke importing countries ya? Coba kita baca lagi. Ini kan ada fair ya. Jadi exporting countries agrees to limit its export of the good to its trading partners to a specific number of units. Oh, karena ada restriction tadi dari ekspornya, maka impact-nya itu ke importing countries. Oh iya, karena yang menentukan kan dalam negeri gitu ya. Makanya si trade mitra dagang kita, misalnya Indonesia sama Cina, Indonesia kan ada fair, ada menetapkan fair gitu ya, voluntary export restraint, maka Cina yang kena impact-nya. Producer surplus, consumer surplus sama government revenue. Jika ada tarif, maka producer surplusnya itu surplusnya increase kalau ada import quota, maka increase kalau ada export subsidy, ada increase kalau fair increase. Oh, producer surplus tuh increase semuanya ya. Pokoknya dengan adanya peraturan ini produser itu jadi surplus. Tapi kalau consumer surplus, kalau ada tarif jadi berkurang karena kan harganya menjadi lebih mahal gitu ya. Import kuota juga jadi berkurang, ekspor subsidi berkurang, sama fair berkurang. Oh, ini kebalikannya. Kalau government revenue berarti kalau ada tarif kan jadi menambah income buat pemerintah ya, increase. Import kuota itu mix depend on whether the quota range are captured by the importing countries through sale of licenses or by the exporter. Oke, nah export subsidi ya berarti government revenue itu menjadi turun ya, benar. Karena government spendingnya itu rise. Kalau per itu no change ya. Rent to foreigners, oke. Effect of alternative trade policies. Ini membingungkan ya, jadi harus dipelajari. Oke. Selanjutnya adalah domestic content provision. Sepertinya banyak ya. Stipulate that some percentage of the value added or component used in production should be domestic origin. Kalau domestic content provision itu should be domestic origin. Oh, ini tuh TKDN ya. Ya, TKDN gitulah ya. Trade restriction are imposed by countries for several reasons, including protecting established domestic industry, bla bla bla. Capital restriction berarti ada pembatasan modal, even as a control based on foreigners' ability to own domestic asset. Oke, jadi itu ya yang apa sih proyek strategis yang di dalam negeri atau negara itu dibatasin gitu ya si apa tuh namanya foreign direct investment-nya. Calculation, contoh calculation ini welfare effect of tariff and import quota. Wah, gimana ini ya cara ngitungnya nih? Jika ada consumer surplus sama producer surplus, maka A ditambah B ditambah C ditambah D. Oh, minus. Kalau consumer surplus itu berarti minus A, B, C, D. Tapi kalau producer surplus itu plus A. Importing country, tarif revenue or quota range itu C. National welfare itu B minus D. Nah, ini masih agak bingung nih tentang welfare effect of tariff quota and import quota. Knowledge check, South Africa manufacturer. Ini nanti akan dibahas khusus aja deh ya. Oke, explain motivation for and advantages of trading bloc, common markets, and economic unions. Jadi ada free trade area, ada custom union, ada common market, ada economic union, monetary union, trade creation, trade diversion. Custom union, free trade dulu lah ya. Free trade itu berarti all barriers to the flow of goods and services among members have been eliminated. Oke, custom unions berarti ada perpanjangan jadi dari FTA ini by not allowing free movement of goods and services among members, but also creating a common trade policy against non-members. Remove all tariff on import from member countries. Oke, jadi custom unions itu ada ini ya pembatasan gitu ya free trade area, tapi ada pembatasan free movement-nya. Kemudian kalau common market itu the next level of economic integration that incorporate all aspect of the custom unions and extend it by allowing free movement. Oh, kalau kayak common itu ada free movement, ingat-ingat aja. Nah, economic union ini requires an even greater degree of integration. Economic unions itu berarti lebih luas lagi. It incorporates all aspect of an common market and in addition requires common economic institution and coordination of economic policies among members. Kemudian monetary union itu if the members of the economic union decide to adopt a common currency. Oh ya, common currency misalnya monetary union itu sama-sama harus pakai dolar gitu ya. Economic unions itu greater degree of integration. Ini all aspect of common market. Oke. Kemudian kita knowledge check. Chile and Australia have a free trade with each other, but have separate trade barriers on import from other countries. Nah, ini harus ada have separate trade barriers. Berarti dia masuk ke custom ya. Menurutku custom. Custom C. Loh. Free trade with each other, but have separate trade barriers on imports from other countries. Oh, jadi Chili dan Australia aja gitu ya. Tapi kalau sama negara lain itu beda lagi aturannya gitu. Oke. Do not have custom union because they don't have a common trade policy ya. With respect to other trade partners. Oke. Kemudian on RTA that removes all tariff on import from member countries has common external tariff against all non-members, but doesn't advance further in deepening economic integration. Ini common deh kayaknya ya. Remove all tariff on imports from member countries has common external tariff against. Ini jawabannya C. Custom union. A basic FTA doesn't entail common external tariff. Oke. Oh, kalau FTA itu nggak ada common external tariff. Whereas a common market and an economic union entail integration beyond common external tariff. B dan D itu salah. Custom sama yang ekonomik sama common itu salah. Yang benar custom. Karena ada itu kali ya, custom itu ada further independent economic integration, but doesn't advance further independent economic integration. Itu whereas a common market and an economic union entail integration beyond common external tariff. Ada integration, oke. Kemudian trade variation occurs when regional integration results in the replacement of higher cost domestic production by lower cost import from other member. Lower cost import sama higher cost production. Oh, yang di dalam negeri dinaikin, malah yang dari luar, yang import itu di lower cost. Itu trade creation. Trade diversion occur when lower cost import from non-member countries are replaced with higher cost import from other countries. Lower cost import from non-member countries. Oke, replaced by higher cost import from members. Oh, jadi apa nih? Karena di sini minus, maka di sini digedein gitu ya. Let's check. Bagovia, Croplan, and Technovia decide to enter into an FTA. In the first stage, they decide to sign a free trade agreement. After several successful years, they decide that it is time to form a common market. Oke, kalau common market itu udah ada ini kan, udah lebih. Jadi kan tadi ada FTA, ada custom, ada common ya. Jadi kalau di common ini, allowing free movement ya. Does an FTA make exporting from in member countries more attractive as investment option? Ya iyalah ya. Because when there is free movement of goods and services in free trade area, it makes exporting from more attractive investment position. Oke, benar. How does the common market affect firms doing business in these countries compared with an FTA? How does the common market affect firm doing? Oh, ini berarti ada free movement itu tadi ya. provide access to much larger market and free movement of goods and services. Oke, benar. Oke, sampai poin ke-6 dulu ya. Kita lanjut nanti.